Afternoon. Can we do a little bit of a roll call in terms of injuries, particularly some of the England guys? Bruce James, first of all, he had 27 plus minutes on the weekend. How is he? Did he come through okay?
Yeah, he's trained well this week. Happy with Reece. Good to get him some minutes. Thought he played well when he came on as well. So, yeah, largely positive around Reece.
And around him going forward, because England are beginning to lose a few right backs. There's nothing in your mind that suggests that he won't be fit and good to go over the next few months for England.
I can only comment on the last week probably in the lead up to the Liverpool game. We were confident he was able to play those minutes in Liverpool. He came through them well. He's trained well this week. So yeah, we're really hopeful we can finish the season in that sort of form.
And on the same kind of thing, Levi Colwell obviously came back for you, played the whole game. It's tricky, isn't it, coming back from ACLs, but he has been good to go this week?
Same sort of story. Has a really good rehab. Has played a few games before. He played for us against Forest. I think his first game back was. He played for the 21s 2 or 3 times. So again, a really good training week. I thought Levi was exceptional against Liverpool. So again, we're really hopeful.
And in terms of him, he could have a few more games left. Is he targeting England? Because there's a feeling that Thomas Tuchel could well use a player with that skill set in his side. And does Levi feel comfortable and confident enough to kind of go after it?
I actually haven't had that conversation with Levi. I think he's focused on getting himself back playing for Chelsea, and which he's done that now. I'm assuming he wants to keep performing at the level we did against Liverpool, and I can't give you an answer on that one, sorry.
No, but as long as he's fully fit, well, and ready to go, as far as you're concerned.
Yeah, he played really well against Liverpool. I thought he was exceptional. Speaks a lot about him being able to put that sort of performance in after that time off at a really difficult place. Has trained well this week, and we're looking forward to potentially having him on Saturday as well.
And how are a few of your others? Pedro Neto fit? Who else? None of the other wingers are going to make it, are there? Is there any other injury doubts ahead of Saturday's final?
Pedro Neto and Ali Garnacho have trained well this week, so looking really good, really hopeful with them as well. So yeah, positive signs.
How much does this feel a little bit of a salvage mission, and how much can you use that in the build-up to the game to take something away from the season which overall maybe hasn't delivered in the way that Chelsea would have hoped?
Yeah, I think our recent form in the league has been way below the standard we'd expect and that we'd showed previously. It's an FA Cup final, so we want to win it. It's a massive competition, prestigious. This club's got history in that competition as well, winning it 8 times. So yeah, our focus is on that, performing as well as we can against the top side.
We've seen at times this season the players have maybe played within themselves sometimes they've excelled. What have you seen this week to suggest that when it really matters, which it does on the weekends, that your players are going to be fully up for this and in the right mindset to go and get the job done?
Yeah, I'm confident that we'll get hopefully a similar level of performance we got at Liverpool. I thought we ticked a lot of boxes in that game in terms of what we want from this team and how we get the best version of that. So confident that we can get that again.
And just finally for me, this week we've heard a lot about some of the names that might come in. The Chelsea fans that have maybe struggled to love their side this season, how excited should they be by where the couple of back they're going next, being linked to the likes of Xabi Alonso? It's a big week for you. You want the fans to be on your side, for them knowing that they've got this sort of possibility of a really big name manager coming in. Should that excite them?
Yeah, there's a lot of names linked with the job. It's not really my place to say who's going to get it, who should get it, who's a good manager, who's not a good manager. My job is to prepare the team for Saturday, and that's all I'll be focusing on.
Thanks, Gail. John?
Hi, Calum. I think Pat said last night that Chelsea will have a big advantage on Saturday because obviously they played on Wednesday for a massive game coming up on Tuesday as well. What's your response to that?
Yeah, it's tough when you have a game midweek and you have a triple game week. It's tough. We've had a lot of them this year. But we're focused on ourselves. We're focused on how we prepare. We're playing against an excellent side and an excellent coach. So we need to be at our best, irrelevant if they've had a triple game week or not. So that's what we're focused on.
You should be fresher there, presumably. Having had a whole week to prepare.
Who's to say?
Just one on Cole Palmer. I think it's probably fair to say that he hasn't been at his top level this season. I suppose, having worked with him all season, why do you think that is? And what can you do to try and get the best out of him?
I haven't said he's not at his top level.
No, I'm suggesting maybe.
You're suggesting that?
I'm suggesting that,
I'm not suggesting that.
So how do you think he's performed?
I think he's had some really good games for us this year. He's had a lot of injuries that he's had to deal with. I was really pleased with Cole on Saturday. I thought he had moments where he showed his level and his quality. So really hopeful that Cole can produce that from now to the end of the season. He's a top player and he's proved that many times.
Can I ask you about João Pedro, who's had a real influence this season? How have you seen him grow over the season?
João's had a great year. Played many different positions, but he seems to have settled into that number 9 role, and he's got everything you'd want from a top number 9. Big summer coming up for him with the World Cup at Brazil, but he's been excellent for Chelsea, and hopefully we continue that for the last 3 games.
I'm just wondering, what will this mean for you leading out Chelsea in an FA Cup final? I think I'm right saying a lot of your family are Chelsea fans, is that right?
My girlfriend's family are Chelsea fans, yeah. Not my family, but yeah.
So what will it mean to them and to you as well?
Well, they are my family, to be fair. I shouldn't say that, should I? But yeah, they're massive Chelsea fans. Her dad and uncles have been season ticket holders for 50 years. She's a massive Chelsea fan, so yeah, they're very proud, and it means a lot to all Chelsea fans. It's a massive game, and I hope we can put in a performance for all the fans. Yeah, they'll be at the game, yeah.
Thanks, John. Ian?
Hi, Calum, how are you?
Very well, you?
Surviving. In terms of leading the team out on Saturday, beginning of the season, that would have probably been the last thing you'd have thought you'd be doing in the middle of May, would be leading a team out in the cup final. Would you be nervous? You're obviously proud. Would you be nervous? Would you be excited?
Probably feel all those emotions, I'd imagine. I can't tell you exactly how I'm going to feel on the day. Trying to make it as normal as possible. I've taken a few games now at this level. Not a game of this magnitude, of course, a cup final, but I'll try and stay as level as possible. The players, the process, the way we work will be the same. So yeah, I'm sure I feel a lot of emotions on that day.
Obviously, you were there for the semi-final, but how different is a cup final and a cup final week to the semi-final and the build-up to the Leeds game, the build-up to this game?
I think it will be very similar from our standpoint. We'll prepare, we'll have the same process in the way we work day to day, whether it's meetings with players, individual meetings, it will all be the same, and we'll try and make it as normal as possible and try and get the same sort of performance we got against Leeds and Liverpool. But it's a massive game, you can't hide away from that, and we all want to win that game.
And you've already pointed out, this is a football club that wins trophies. Depending on, irrelevant rather than what happens in the dugout, it always tends to win trophies. Does that put more pressure on you for Saturday, or is there less pressure on you because you know that this difficult season it's been, maybe winning a trophy will be the ultimate bonus?
I think when you're at a club of this magnitude, and like you've mentioned, the history that this club's got in this competition and winning silverware, and there's always pressure. There's pressure to win every game, but this game as well, there's pressure. You have to accept that and embrace that.
And finally, while I appreciate you're not appointing the next Chelsea manager, being in Europe will greatly help the next Chelsea manager. So again, winning on Saturday in that respect and giving you a European spot will be absolutely vital.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
Thanks, Ian. Rob?
Hi, Calum. How have you found the response of the leadership group and the squad to have been during this unsettled period over the last few weeks? It's presumably for moments like this that there is a nominated group of senior players. How happy have you been with their input, and what kind of help have they been to you personally?
I've actually been happy with the whole group, the way the whole group's responded, players in the squad, players out the squad, the level of professionalism that's been shown at all times. There's obviously players with great experience in there that have played in big competitions, had big moments in their career that you want their opinion, you want how they feel about the game. You want to have that dialogue with those players. So I have that with pretty much the whole squad. So I'm happy with the whole squad.
And there was a lot of attention on Mark Correa and Enzo Fernandez a couple of months ago. Some people thought it looked as if they had wavering commitment to the team. How much of a part have the two of them played in holding things together during this period of uncertainty?
I think Enzo and Cucurella have got man of the match in 2 of the last 3 games, so I think that speaks for itself. And they're big players for this team, big players for this club, and at any moment they can make the difference in football matches. So I'm really pleased with both of them.
Thanks, Rob. Simon?
Hey,
Simon.
is Rob Sanchez fit enough to start?
Yeah, same news as the other lads, to be honest. So really positive. He's trained well this week, and we're really hopeful looking into Saturday.
Is that a decision for you, like Rob or Phil? Or
It's lots of decisions. Yeah, lots of decisions.
Is Rob your go-to guy?
I don't think I'm going to reveal my starting lineup on 2 days before the game.
And in terms of Chelsea's record against Man City, it's been 5 years since they last beat them. Is sort of giving the players, do they have the belief they can actually beat them in a big game such as this? Only lost to them just recently as well.
Yeah, definitely. They've got the belief they can beat anyone. We just know that we have to be the best version of ourselves. They're an exceptional side with an exceptional coach and exceptional players, so they're going to be a challenge, but we also have some really good players, and these players have shown that if they're at their best, they can beat anyone.
Thanks, Simon. Thanks, everyone. Cameras off, please.